game, but again, there's just a lot of question marks. Like, I don't know right now for Cactus. I don't know what their mentality is currently. So I think the safe bet is maybe just to favor iG.Vitality slightly.
Okay.
But I do think Butterfly Effect could carry this game.
Oh, wonder if they'll be seeing that that Treant be stopped a little bit and might scout out the fact that they're going for this smoke attempt. They place down a deep observe ward, but you could just see around that mid tower, they're all clumped up together. They're ready for a fight to be about to break out. Doom knows that he's not going to be doing too much in these, if an early skirmish did happen. So they're going to just play really defensively for the start of the game on Cactus. I mean, again, broken record, but they're just not going to lane into this Undying. They're going to try and manipulate it as much as possible. Like you said, you've got the Jakiro playing the position 4. That's just going to be looking to try and pull the wave away as much as possible. Yukio is actually going to get hit a couple of times here by TZY. No real assistance coming for him either, so a decent amount of damage pumped in onto the Drow Ranger to start. Three for one, it's over, Cactus.
Oh no. Oh no. Dax took a little bit of damage as well with the Dragon Eye as he's entering the bottom lane. He's got a Midas queued up, the offlane DK, so he's obviously looking to try and scale. Feels like it's required this game, but mid is where I'm starting to watch. Let's see how Butterfly Effect's able to go versus Totter. Is he going to be able to win another lane, or will the tilt get to him?
I mean, anytime you're putting the first point into the uproar is, you know, when you're just desperate for a little bit of initial armor. Of course, the additional damage does help as well, especially with Butterfly Effect going that level 1 meld, just for a lot of the harassment in lane, brought him down to 0 armor to be able to play with. TZY, he's able to get a pull off on his own, was kind of expecting the Jakiro to be the one doing that. And, oh, they got lucky, dude. They got lucky. Look at that small camp. Juicy. Exactly what Doom wants to be playing with, if possible. I'm sure he's going to look to try and scout this one out fairly shortly. I mean, they might even just look to attack the Stormcrafter. Look at that. Topside, yeah. SJ and Yukio, they're like, we cannot let this happen. And the wave is going to be back in a really bad spot for them as well. A double wave right in front of the Dire Tier 1 tower. So, good identification of what would have been a really good start to the game for TZY that will not happen now.
Yeah, something that may have made the lane a little bit more playable than what it currently is going to be. So
I don't know what he's doing. He's going to pull it now, but again, he'll be like, oh, is there a good camp? Nope, never mind. And eventually they look to, I mean, they're blocking out the camp, but I feel like this really is the one that you want to be playing off the back of. So this top lane is a little odd to me. Let's just not look at it.
Oh, well, bottom lane we see DQQ is probably going to go down. Great blocks coming through from the train. Protect. Ooh, actually, never mind. DQQ gets out. The trains are not enough, in fact. And Pack's going to take the remaining duration of that battery assault. But it looks like at least bottom's off to a better start. Probably not as much of a kill lane as what we saw prior with the Doom and the Disruptor.
No, definitely not. This is much more of just a sustain lane. Tax is going to get his farm, but he's not going to win the lane. Like Clockwork is still very good against these two heroes, especially, you know, Battery Assault and the Glimpse have basically identical cooldowns, so it means that you're never in a place to be able to get kills because you're most of the time using that Glimpse defensively as opposed to being able to go for kills like with that Doom. Do you really expect anything else out of Butterfly Effect? Once again, in that mid lane, doing a fantastic job. Playing off the water runes as well. Keeping the Primal Beast away from the lane, denying away a bunch of range creeps. He's already built up a 400 net worth lead, and even Jakiro just stealing that away from him based off of the pulls that TZY has been able to make happen. I wonder how much of that movement was just scouting out some of these creeps as well that might be able to be picked up by the Doom shortly.
Thoughts on iG.Vitality just doing like stupid maneuvers with their supports where they rotate like both of them to at random times and just smoke on Butterfly Effect just to tilt him?
That's a pump strat right there. That's
I mean, it might work,
targeting strat.
Oh,
I don't know.
no, we don't.
Maybe he felt like there was just no hope that last game. I feel like there is a lot more hope this time around. Like, you've given him his win condition. The lanes haven't gone horribly. I really don't think that's going to tilt him this time around, because he knows that the side lanes are just feeding kills back to back.
Not yet.
I got faith.
Easy Y. Doom's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Dual Breath will cover them, though. This is the one nice thing about Jakiro being here. Probably the better support to lane into the Undying, and even the Drow as well. Just with that attack speed slow, and honestly movement speed slow as well. I mean, the Drow can't really keep up with the frost arrows, so we do
level
see...
3 on the Jakiro, they might even be able to go for a kill onto the Drow, right? Like, if they catch her when she doesn't have that gust leveled up, they might be able to do it. I mean, no tombstone.
They got phase boots as well, and Winlay's coming out, so they might look to make it go on SJ. Dual Breath's going to be used on Ukyo. Unfortunately, they couldn't get the double target with it, but it's a nice harassment back from iG.Vitality. They're going to stand strong.
All right. As soon as these couriers come out to them, they're going to go for this play. They've got phase boots. They'll have the wind lace. They'll have boots as well on Fish King. And they've got 2 points in the dual breath. Going to have enough mana to be able to use it as well when that magic stick is popped. They would love to have just a little bit more HP on TZY, though. Might be trying to bait him in.
They're going to go, though.
This is the downside, though. They wait for that level 4. Yeah.
And it should still go down. First blood's going to be picked up from Fish King. And it looks like SJ
doesn't have any mangoes as well on SJ. He's got him now, so he wasn't able to make that immediate turnaround. But you just see it nearly goes horribly for them. No points in the Soul Rip just yet, and they actually cancel out the clarity as well.
I think he wants to die. I think that's fine. He gets a reset. Didn't have any resources. Buys Selvin clarity now for another go when he comes back to the lane. But you give it to Undying, which is really not the worst.
Nicely done, SJ. In position to be able to re-block up that camp. Even removes the block on the small. Might be able to get a kill onto SJ here if he's not too careful. They're going to have the Scorched Earth. They've got the 1 point in the Infernal Blade just for that little bit of a stun. And of course, now level 4 on the Jakiro as well. So you can put a point into Ice Path if he really wants to, just for that value. See that TZY really wants to go for it, but won't be able to with him walking all the way back. Mid, again, going amazingly for Butterfly Effect. He's got a 1k net worth lead right now. And because of that, Totoro is making the rotation. They see him.
Oh, they're going to be able to cancel the glimpse, and Asama, they're hesitant with using it now because he doesn't know how close Totoro is.
There he is.
Oh, man, dude, what? The charge range on... I hate this hero. It's so dumb. Did you see where he used that from? He was on the stairs. And he caught him in the trees. How did that reach? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Is it though?
It's okay.
I don't see any
DCs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Just 1G. Oof. I panicked for a little bit there.
So again, it's going to be another game where Totoro has to shut down Summer because he has been bodied in the lane. And we were kind of expecting this, but the reason why he had such a solid previous game as actually top, Ukyo, he's already used the Gust, so TZY should be able to get on the Drow. They're going to trade kills, and you're pretty happy with that. TZY, through a much better start, looking for that recipe gold. He's got some zombies chasing him down, though, but got plenty of movement speed. I do want to go back to Totoro, though. It's going to be an identical role to what we saw prior. He down the Nature's Prophet when the map gets opened up.
I mean, I think so, but I was about to say how you're opening the map up. I guess you've got Tax who's just hit up onto his level 6, and he's got the Midas picked up as well, so that's going to give him a little bit more of that scaling potential, like you mentioned, but I feel like you're going to be needed to open the map up rather than play off the back of when the map is opened up, if that makes sense. Like, you're going to need to make a bit of this sacrifice of Butterfly Effect, getting a bit more farm. He's already mega farmed, so it's not really something that you want, but I think it's going to be a necessity just to be able to take away that bottom tower.
Oh, nice cogs. Totoro's going to be stuck inside. He'll look for the side blades, but he just wants to go for the easier path around. Secure the kill.
The supports are battling around the ancient camp area right now. DQQ and Fish King looking to battle each other. Playing around the cliff ward as well. Playing around the Rosie. He'll die.
It's a big solo kill for Fish King. Gets a lot of experience and the D ward as well. So that's a huge sequence of events for the Jakiro. He's got Arcane now.
Effect. He's pinging out the fact that, hey, make sure you unblock this camp. I want to be able to play the game. Might not get fast enough on the courier with the clarity on it, slowing it down. So might tilt butterfly effect, not having that camp available.
Do you just send Dino bottom? Like he's cleared up mid. Looks like he's going to start coming down. They do have a ward, so they're well aware this is occurring.
And they
tip it everyone, though. Yeah, both supports are stuck down bottom now, so you're probably going to have to bring some extra members or get out now.
I mean, I feel like they're fine with this. Do you think? Like, if Primal is just playing down here and you're not actually getting that much damage into the tower, Jakiro is able to keep the wave push from reasonable range. Doesn't have the macro pyre yet, which would feel so much better, but you're farming on multiple heroes. NP's farming the jungle, TA's farming the mid lane, and then some stacks. TZY is solo up top, while you're committing 2 cores and a disruptor down bottom. I think you're overall quite happy with this.
Did you not ask for this, though, that you wanted the Dino to help open up the map? And he's I think he has to be here, right?
Yeah, but he's done it indirectly, right? The fact that he's under vision means that they feel safe to be able to farm elsewhere, and they're not defending it because they know that he's still at this period where he's quite strong, you know? So he's opened up the map, but again, it's at the sacrifice of 3 different heroes farming.
And it's also not like last game where your offlane has had a bad start. Like TZY's got Midas now. I'd love to get a little bit more levels in the Devour, but he can also continue to play the map. You didn't have this Timber that was sacrificed and didn't have a tower and the carry was running you. Like, the Drow's not going to do what the Slark was doing prior, where he was just kicking someone out of the lane. So it's probably going to be a little bit easier for their cores to be able to split up the farm.
Like this,
coming up top. On mid lane, they're going to get Clockwork, though. Really nice pincer movement from iG.Vitality.
Oh, Butterfly effect gets glimpsed back top.
Stop it. Not a glimpse. Oh, at least I got the tower with the catapults. So nicely done. They're going to be able to find their own tier 1 of the game here for Cactus.
Siege creep ended up going down mid as well, so they're not exactly going to have a bunch of glimpses back. Every opportunity, man. Oh, they're actually going to get a great hook shot.
So all the solo experience that the Jakiro was able to get. So pretty decent timing out of the level 6s here from the supports, and in combination together, they've got a lot of solo kill potential.
Let's see, TZY is cautious about coming out into this lane though, with Primal Beast constantly looking to hunt him down. But again, it really feels like Totoro hasn't gotten too much done here. Like, he is falling well behind in net worth. He's like 2.5k behind the TA at this point. I know they don't fulfill the similar roles in this game, but it feels like he's just been spending a lot of time sitting in the jungle and not actually getting kills. Maybe they'll be able to find one onto Butterfly Effect, but nope.
No.
Instead, he
Great turnaround.
splits the middle. Yeah.
And the Outer Dragon Form just expired as well. They've got the glimpse back, though. So they will be able to get in range to hold the Templar Assassin into place. Summer's going to try and TP in and help out. Refraction is back off cooldown. Is that enough to keep the Templar Assassin alive? One more right click for the Thunder Strike doesn't secure the kill. Butterfly Effect will live, and the turnaround is there for Cactus.
Just off the mark with the hook shot. I'm sure the Butterfly Effect was saying, if I die, I'm calling it. So they made sure to rotate every single person to this mid lane. But yeah, it was a great rotation coming through from all the boys. They were able to defend him, to get a couple triple return kills off the back of course, being able to find that pick off onto the Drow previously. And then, of course, they're able to take the tower as well, so opening up the map further for themselves. But iG.Vitality, their draft doesn't excel on playing on the dire side, right? Drow, yeah, she could take a few of these stacks, but it really is dependent on the Frost Arrows to be able to flash farm.
But this is what they need. This is Totoro's role, and for the first time, he's going to be able to bring it down to Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the kill to kind of help out with his deficit in gold.
Probably wasn't expecting there to be multiple core heroes up there without a tier 1 tower to be able to play around. So I'm actually reasonably okay with that death. Like, again, it's going to allow the Doom to continue to scale. He's got Midas coming back up in another 3 seconds, almost level 10. He's farming just fine. And of course, Butterfly Effect, he's doing the same.
Trying to smoke and actually go back to top though on iG.Vitality. That may have been under Radiant's Ward. In more bottom lane. TZ White, first Doom of the game as well, and he's got someone to TP in. So, well, he'll be able to get a kill into Tax.
Julie has to be careful though. Oh, that is a long range on that grab. Be able to glimpse him back as well. Unfortunate, despite the reasonable hook shot. So it's a couple of supports dying, but you get a core in exchange. And again, all of the cores are farming. That's the important thing. I briefly saw Butterfly Effect have the Blink Dagger queued up, and he's actually going to go back for it. Okay. So I'm not sure if this is going to be to enable some kills to happen, or if it's like to just move around to camps faster to be able to farm just that little bit more easily, because it really felt to me like he was wanting to play more selfish this time around, not connect with the rest of the team, have them respond to him.
Or maybe they feel like because this Midas on DK, they want to try and up the tempo. I mean, Tax has got a blink, so he has been able to still find that item that's going to enable him to start some of the fights, but we do see top lane Totoro might be able to get the kill into Fish King. Summer's actually got to look to try and TP in the Nature's Prophet. They do have some other boys coming over as well. They won't be able to stop the Pulverize, but the hookshot's going to be on the mark, so Totoro in some trouble. Gets some distance away with the onslaught, so he's going to be okay for the moment.
TZY has to be careful down bot. They're coming a bunch of heroes.
They saw him.
They might just drop the
creep. They're going to go for the dive. Oh, they'll go for the Static Storm and the jump over the top. So Tax, brilliant use to the blinks, able to get on top of the TZY Doom instantaneously. And they do take a lot of damage for that, though, with the glyph activated. So Ukyo and SJ don't have the greatest health pool, but this tower's now a little bit vulnerable unless some people come down to defend it.
It's a lot vulnerable. I mean, you don't have the TPs to be able to make this move. You don't have a Doom alive. You don't have the Doom spell available. So, yeah, I mean, they're trying to get a little bit of extra damage into 4 people diving onto him, but really doesn't work out at all.
So, I think it does need to be discussed that iG.Vitality have very good scaling now with Tax going the Midas. This is, we've seen over in Dream League with what Skeeter, he's really the main person running this DK1, and I mean the Midas is going to enable him to get there, and I think it would match up very well versus the Templar Assassin because of the attack slow and move slow once he gets the Black Dragon to stop a lot of his right click damage. I mean, really my big concern late game for DK is just a level 25 on Doom, but how do you feel like this game goes scaling-wise? Because I do think both sides scale pretty well. Like, you've got a trio core lineup on Cactus, but it's the same with iG.Vitality. So is it maybe the supports that can edge out an advantage there?
I would say iG.Vitality supports are better, just if we're talking like super late game, right? Like Disruptor, we know how good that is at just being able to force out BKBs, or eventually if you get into the Aghanim Scepter, BKBs aren't even an option for yourselves. Glimpse, of course, for that quick pick-off potential. A hook shot where they actually landed onto. It's just a disruptor for now, so looking to take away a lot of that glimpse back potential. But yeah, you would have to say outside of Clockwork being able to hook shot a BKB primal piece that's ulting, that late game potential certainly isn't there quite as much.
Yep.
Even just the Undying with the Flesh Golem. Percent damage is percent damage from the Flesh Golem amplification plus the movement slow.
Yep. Still with that pick-off though, it's going to enable them to take Rose even without the minus armor from the Blightstorm or Deso. Of course, you got the Meld, so easy one for them to find, and should help them take the tier 2 tower now. I imagine they still have very good vision nearby. Just maybe one thing back on the scaling, it could be an issue because of how rough of a game Totoro's had so far. If he doesn't get a lot out of this BKB, then like if he dies a couple times afterwards, he will not scale. So you're not going to have that. Then it's going to be a lot of pressure onto the supports to maybe get like a Scepter on the Disruptor, or for Tax to continue his strong game so far. So you have to get some great usages out of this BKB now from Totoro, and he's going to have it shortly. So they probably will be ready to fight against the Ages.
They're giving a lot of this farm over to Ukyo, though, where I really feel like Totoro is the one that's going to be using it better. He's just 100 gold away from that BKB that you were talking about, and it really just is that question, right? Is he going to be able to get the most out of this next, let's say, 10 minutes on the Primal Beast, where he feels like he's probably going to be at his peak? Spotting out Summer playing down on this bottom side. Yeah. Actually going to force a bunch of TPs back. Oh, still had a second of the trample left, so was able to get out of that sprout. Tiny bit too early there on Summer. But now with those TPs coming back, I wonder if they feel like they can make a play elsewhere. He's still going to pulverize the lane. He's still going to get that BKB, but I would almost want to be instantly rotating towards top and making a play there. Might just want to wait out this Aegis, I suppose, but I mean, how farmed is Butterfly Effect going to get at that point? Got Dragonlance, Deso, Blink Dagger, working towards his own BKB to really ruin the effectiveness of this Disruptor, of the Primal Beast. So this is really the time where you need to be just looking to make that aggressive play. And they've lucked out being able to get... Who's holding on to it right now? I mean, they've got a Philosopher's Stone on Cactus, and no one's using it right now.
They have an iG.Vitality have one as well, and no one's using it. So the attention's put on trying to... the macro game, trying to see if they can catch out someone with the smoke. TZY has got the ward, so he's going to get a glimpse pretty surely. Doesn't activate the BKB, and the damage has probably been dealt too fast for him to even think about using it to TP out, and he won't even get an opportunity because the Pulverize is still there. So beautifully done, iG.Vitality. They needed that time to be able to work out how they were going to direct that smoke, and maybe now we can see the Philosopher's Stone on the Disruptor. Maybe,
but Butterfly Effect's the one that's actually getting converged in on a little bit here. He's going to be able to farm that Ancient Camp and get out, but still going to be a tier 1 tower that they're losing. They're hoping for it to be a tier 1 for tier 1 trade. I mean, I'm kind of wondering what both teams are really hoping to accomplish with this next little bit. Like, yeah, this farming Aegis makes sense for Cactus, right? They want BKBs on both Summer and TA. They want a Blink Dagger.
Sorry, just Jimmy. You chill, sorry.
Yeah, it's just Jimmy. And they want a Blink Dagger for the Doom just so that they can find the initiation happen. So that makes a lot of sense, but it feels to me like iG.Vitality, they're still being a little bit too passive for mine. Like, you're not getting the usage out of this BKB that you're really wanting to on Totoro.
I saw like rainbow TPs and I thought they were going for a more value kill. They will get Totoro though. Oh, great blink over the top from TZY, and the side blade spill. Oh, TA just cleans them both up. So, and they're gonna go again off the back of the smoke. So this is what we're hoping for though from Cactus. Continuing the aggression, we're gonna get just that. We've got the Tombstone now to kill off, and great usage out of the ward, and the Sentry is just out of range as well, so they're going to be still playing with that Observer Ward inside the triangle, and this gold is just, the net worth lead is just skyrocketed up to 8,000 now for Cactus.
Just feels so different, right, when Butterfly Effect is able to be that true carry. You know, he can even win the lane with a hero like this that has potential in both the early game, mid game, and late. There really isn't any point where TA massively drops off. And speaking of TA, she's 600 gold off of that BKB for herself. So again, she's really just going to be playing with no fear around a super deep dive in as well, even without that Aegis. So hard to be able to kill her. There's like very little damage over time once that BKB is popped.
Yeah.
Not going to get value out of the Corrosive Breath, not going to get value out of the Static Storm, not going to get value out of the Trample.
But you will get value out of the Manta. And I think this is a big reason why Ukyo is going down this route, just to have some of the illusions to have that extra kind of attacks in. And there's honestly a decent amount you want to try and dispel as well. Mainly the Dual Breath, but like the Trap Slow, potential Silence to come out eventually. Could help you with some of the Battery Assault charges. So there's a little bit of value in regards to the Dispel, but I think just the big thing is being able to burn the Refraction. Because if you do, it is a Drow versus an Agi hero. The Drow might be in some trouble though. Radiant, they're bringing even more members to bottom.
He wants those
flashes. He's ready with the blink. He needs the angle. Are they going to be able to find it? Ukyo didn't step too far over. Simultaneously though, across the map, we do have Totoro on top of the Clockwork. So Chumi's going to go down. Tax rewarded with a kill. And he, with that gold as well, he's pretty much one full camp away from having the Scepter already completed.
yeah, he's certainly keeping up. And I mean, you talk about Mantas, Tax could eventually look to buy one himself. I'm not really sure why he's going for the Lincolns, maybe just wanting to buy it for the Drow rather than for himself, because I really don't think he cares that much if he gets gone on first once he picks up this Aghanim Scepter for himself.
Yeah.
But I think the Manta would give just so much more value.
I was going to... Oh, actually, because they're still posturing aggressively, TZY and Fish King. Still yet to get rid of the ward. That's 2 sentries now used. 3, actually. Oh, what a ward placement, man. Look at that. It's both out of range.
Yeah.
Jump in. What are they going on? A little bit awkward of initiation. I might be able to cut them off. Tax is ready with the blink, and that's the scepter completed. So if a further fight breaks out, we would be happy to take it, but it's not going to be the case.
They're looking for a glimpse opportunity. Oh, just gets the blink off.
Top lane, who's going to win this? No one else is starting to TP in. Totoro, now that he's used all his spells...
Oh, the trap.
Activate the BKB. Summer's got his own as well. Both going to be okay. Jumi.
They got a TP back on the MP.
I mean, he just got a BKB.
Yeah, you're happy.
He forced it off, and now they're coming back. Summer. Yeah, he'll activate his own. TZY is going to be able to get the jump in. Great reactions out of Tax. An instant use to the BKB, stopping the Infernal Blade and the turnaround. He's going to be forced to use his own. It's BKB's galore. Who's going to be able to survive off the back of it? Blink still could not hit the man. And they will do so. TZY tried to go for the hero play, tried to kill the Dragon Knight, but wasn't able to do so. So
what's going on there? I understand Jumi going in first to be able to force reactions, but I don't think the other 2 heroes needed to come. That's 2 BKB charges that you've used on 2 of your cores now in response to 1 from the enemy team. I mean, again, Butterfly FX farming, so it's okay, but I really feel like you need to be forcing those moves to enable you to make that next move, right? If Clockwork dies, who cares? He's still low enough level that he's going to be back on the map soon enough, and, well, now they just need to continue sitting on the back foot.
I'm really worried for Cactus, man. I think if they don't get second Roche and don't like take all the outer towers and potentially high ground, I don't think they're actually going to be able to scale into a Drow and Dragon Knight. Top lane, Totoro should be able to get the kill onto Clockwork, so that's important for him to continue getting involved even in just these minor kills. Meanwhile, Fish King is in no man's land.
I'm not sure what they're stalling out for, you know? Like, Nature's Prophet's building into an AC, building into a Shiva's on TZY, but really doesn't feel like it's going to have that much impact. The plate mail's nice, of course, against the Drow, but I don't know.
I really feel like if Cactus don't get this second Roche, I think iG.Vitality have won this game. I think if Cactus get it, then that they still can close this one out. Tax might have found TZY. They got a glimpse of him. Big reaction out of the BKBs. Going to destroy the Dragon Tail. Still in return. Summer's got a double damage for him, but let's see what he's able to do with it inside the team fight. They're going to be able to glimpse back the Doom. It doesn't even get the ultimate off. Now Taxi's looking for more. Might get a glimpse of Jimmy. He's just going for Summer. Pretty deep, but it's got Ukyo to fall up as well with the Drow Ranger freely sieging from the right side. Someone needs to address Ukyo, and they're not going to be able to do so. More arrows getting flown into the members of Cactus, and as a result, it's going to be up to Butterfly Effect to turn the fight back around. He'll kill off SJ. Links up in a couple of seconds as well, without the BKB, he's a little bit hesitant about chasing down the remaining members on the retreat.
I think if he has the Hurricane Pike there for that fight, he might go for the dive. Now he's got it based off of a couple of kills he was able to get. Almost able to take the tier 2 bot as well on the TA while all of that was happening. But I was really surprised that it took this long for TZY to be able to get anything. You know, he misses an Infernal Blade, he misses a Stomp, he gets body blocked by Summer, he doesn't use his ultimate. Couldn't think of a much worse fight coming through from that Doom there. Still going for the stall game though, or the onslaught just a little bit. Actually going to look to make a bit of a TP here, maybe try and force out another BKB usage from the Primal, but he actually doesn't have it for another 15 seconds. Doesn't even have the level 15 talent either to be able to dispel. Thought that might be kind of nice against the slows coming through. from the Jakiro.
Oh, they're gonna smoke. Are they? Maybe they need to
Right
shove
before
in
Roche.
top and then go.
They just want a quick pick off.
I think this game is completely on the line of this second Roche. And
Is it on the line of this gank, is the question.
well, more than likely, because if they have a successful gank, that should enable a free Roche for them. They're going to be able to drop wards down.
They luck out in that there's no Radiant wards
Smoke
up
on
there at
smoke,
that time.
Tax, it's going to pop. They had the trap vision, butterfly effect instantly into the meld. Be able to get the blink away, but Tax, he wants TZY instead. He's going to be able to pop the Doom before the BKB, so the Dragon Knight's in a little bit of trouble. Can retreat out to the left side. A great escape so far, but Chaos, it should favor Radiant so far. Butterfly effect turning to the remaining members. Should be able to get the Sideblade spill onto SJ, but meanwhile, Ukyo, he can't man fight Summer. Tax is in some trouble as well. Totoro to the rescue. But what really can the Dino do? Tax is still alive. The flying movement's actually able to make it up to the high ground, and what was looking like a disastrous fight for iG.Vitality, somehow they only use Ukyo.
And it was a really good Delta split going on there as well. Forced out some not so ideal BKB usages from iG.Vitality, especially off the back of the Cactus supports, and they're just going to go straight into the Roche pit. You do have to go up against this Static Storm though.
Yeah,
so Butterfly Effect gets caught out. Oh, he's just on the edge.
And no, Tax is so hesitant to jump in without the Black Dragon, so...
I mean, how do you go in without the Drow though? Where's your damage?
This one's not over just yet, it looks like. Second Roche going to be taken. Butterfly Effect already has the shard, so... Who are they going to give this one to? Is it going to be Summer? Doom's got his own as well. Clock's got one. So...
Kira's isn't bad. A little bit more push. Looks like it'll be the curse of the old growth though.
The max health damage could have been nice with that Liquid Frost. Anyway.
Yeah, especially against DK.
Yeah. Very interesting game we've got.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They haven't lost any tier 2s, but mid is actually going to be about to go down just off the back of the siege creep. DQQ trying to do his best with the Thunder Strike to be able to take it out, and well, he actually enables the siege creep to get the last hit on the tower, and they lose top at the exact same time. So that glyph refresh is going to be able to do anything to protect it. So now they've finally been able to open this map up. I mean, I really don't think they needed to all-in commit to try and like win that fight without the Drow. I think that fight is completely different if Drow's just there. Yeah, she was dead for another 35 seconds, but you could scout out if they're doing Roche. You could scare them off with like a kinetic field. Probably even drop the Static Storm, considering you know that TA, for example, didn't have the BKB available.
So this is still a big timing for Tax. Manta and the 20 talent now for him.
Can they find the initiation onto Totoro?
Well, they will be able to. A great reaction out of the BKB. They try and hold him down with the Doom as well. A lot of hate just for Totoro, but it's going to enable the rest of the iG.Vitality recalls now. Glimpse back and Tax should go down. They want more. Can they get it though on iG.Vitality? Drop the ward, giving them the vision. Glimpse up in 5. Tax going to be able to slow them down. DQQ's going to be cautious though. They need the disruptor for the control, but look at Butterfly Effect. Jumps over the top towards the backline. He's going to try and get onto Ukyo. Won't be able to hold the Drow into place, but they'll turn to the Dragon Knight instead. It's Cactus, a successful team fight, and all they lose is Doom, and Jumi is on the hunt for more. They're going to be able to get the Sprout, holding Disruptor into place.
They want the Undying.
There's still some mobility to help him get out. Looks like they will be able to find the Undying to a dieback out of SJ. And they are getting full effectiveness out of this Aegis.
So annoying. They should know that they've got the... Not sure what that is. The Sprout of Fish King back inside, but they're not holding into any gem or sentry wards at the moment. So at least they know where they can look to play around. They've also got a haste rune sitting towards the top side of the map, giving it over to Juby, and he instantly buys up the gem after that. It's going to give them a lot more value with those buybacks not being available, with BKBs starting to reduce in duration. Just, again, take away the vision. Make it so they can't play anywhere.
Okay, I really like this item change for Tax. Hold that thought, because Totoro, again, is going to be in some trouble. Jimmy, a beautiful hook shot from downtown. Totoro, Dino just has not been able to come online. 6 deaths from him. Had a very difficult game. The Jakiro almost has more net worth, and Butterfly Effect is level 25.
So what did you like from Tax? Just the AC against the heavy physical?
They're going to jump. A little bit of poke, but Static Storm's used as well. TZY is finding an angle to get on top of the Drow Ranger. She's going to be okay, though. Can reposition back to safety. This is not looking like a good fight for Cactus. The Tombstone Zombies are starting to ramp up, but they've been able to build a formation as well. As a result of the deep dive, they're going to be able to get multiple kills. A great high ground defense from iG.Vitality. A triple kill over to Ukyo.
Again, did they need to do that? I really don't feel like they did, and they've just given away the gem that they picked up a minute ago. So you get 1 D-Ward out of it, and now you enable iG.Vitality to get back out onto the map. Sure, you don't die on Butterfly Effect, but still giving away 3 kills all to Ukyo? That's not what you want. You don't want this Drow scaling.
It's like an ideal fight for them, right? Where you have towers to act as a... You just set up a formation around it, and you can't run. If you mess up your initiation, then you're going to get slowed down from frost arrows and the DK, and you will not be able to escape. Once you are in, there is no getting out. So taking a fight on a higher ground like that, a choke point where they can set up easily, is probably something they cannot continue to do.
And Drow's even got the Skadi now as well, right? So if you look to commit too deep, even with that BKB, they're going to start to kite you around. I think they need to put a lot more emphasis onto this Disruptor. We saw there the kinetic field, once those low duration BKBs run out, just holds you into place, and then Drow's just allowed to go ham, especially now with all the kills that you're feeding through to her. Ukyo is 16, 4, and 2.
Oh, wow. They're going to try and smoke aggressively, though. Both sides are lacking a lot of vision on the map. I guess you do have traps.
The scan is just off the mark, and they know that the Aegis just expired as well. So ideal situation would have been catching Butterfly Effect. Fresh wards placed up, though. Going to be able to catch out the smoke on the front lines. Other lanes are kind of pushing out, though, and it becomes a little bit suspicious if no one's farming this wave right in front of the tier 2 tower. So they will get that vision. Good positioning once again by
TZY. He's actually going to aggressively jump. They found the Drow Ranger, and without the bodyguards playing around her, the other supports are going to crumble as well. That's a fight where the formation was not set up from iG.Vitality. It's going to spell disaster for them. You might... I was going to say, might need to micro the dragons mid maybe to cut the wave. Could be a bit difficult though. Don't have long left on it, so... Well, there's even a DD top. I guess a catapult wave.
I mean, you don't have a Drow for a minute. That's the bigger deal. 290 seconds left on this buyback timer. 35-minute creep wave, so the stun, the slow coming through from the Jakiro is going to lessen the effectiveness of this, the multi-shot from the Glyph, and... Well, you probably just lost 2 lanes of racks off the back of a single fight like that. And,
ooh,
I mean, to me, that's Nullifier coming into effect from Summer. Like, he was able to pick that one up against the 4-stars, the Hurricane Pikes, and the Ghost Scepters that they've gone on iG.Vitality to be able to avoid Butterfly Effect just tearing them a new one.
This is a big window. They're not going to have the Black Dragon for this defense. TZY, he's going to be able to bring down the support. Now they've caught out Tax as well. He's okay for the moment. Butterfly Effect's going to put all his attention to address the Tombstone.
BKB.
Gotta be cautious though. TZY glimpse back. BKB's going to be up in a couple seconds. Can they kill him before he gets it off? They're not going to be able to. TZY stands strong. Everyone is buying back on iG.Vitality, but the throne's exposed. They should be able to protect it for the moment. Turns towards Totoro. Ukyo's really the main person they want to bring down. He's stuck inside the Sprout. He should be able to get the kill onto Summer, but it's Butterfly Effect against the world. Look for the Rampage for the Cogs. It's going to enable the TA. Glimpse back. He can't get the right clicks out just yet. Rampage. But now he finds the angle, and the side blades can go to work. Double Rampage for Butterfly Effect. And that was a hell of a way